trying not to cry from that video. It's so great. My name is Michelle Hamilton, and I am the Director of Urban and Multicultural Ministry here in the heart of Orlando area, and I have the distinct pleasure of introducing you to this young man whom I've seen the Lord just change in the past 6 months. Amen. His name is John Jackson III. We call him Jay, and we are with his leader, Jesse Trent. So, we don't have that much time, so we're going to jump right in. We want you to just hear a little bit about your life.
Well, I'm a sophomore at Jones High School. I've lived here in Orlando. I was born in 2000. I've lived here my entire life. And I've grown up with my mom and my 3 brothers.
How do you like Jones High School?
Jones High School is a really good experience. I mean, you get to be yourself and learn new things every day. And it's just a good experience, especially for me.
Now, you're the only one at Jones High School out of your family, so tell us a little bit about your family.
My family, to me, they're loving, they're always there for me, they support me in everything that I do, and I know that they always have my back.
Now, tell me a little bit about your father.
Well, my father was not there for me. He's been incarcerated since before I was born, and it put me in a distraught mood ever since I was little, and I needed a father there, but he wasn't there, so it just really hurt me.
And so you said distraught. So what did distraught mean? Were you acting up? Were you wilding out? What were you doing?
I would act up at times in school. I would get into fights. I would be disrespectful and just not be the person I was supposed to be.
Good answer. It's just a good answer. How did you find out about YoungLife?
Well, me and my mom, we went to Chick-fil-A one day, and YoungLife was having a fundraiser. They were doing a car wash, and this is where I met Miss Michelle, Mr. Jesse, and a couple other kids. And she gave me an application and told me to come to the camp, and I took up on that offer, and I went to camp that summer.
Now, I want you guys to know that he texted me that day when he received his flyer. Now, that doesn't happen that often. You know, we have to chase kids down sometimes. And so he texted me that day and said, I want to go to camp. Why did you want to come to camp?
I had not had a camp experience ever in my life, so to know that this would be the first experience and the great things that I heard about it, I just really wanted to experience that for myself, and I thought it would be a great opportunity to express myself.
Now, before coming to YoungLife Camp, where you went to church, where did God fit into your life? When you were thinking about, when you shared with me that life was hard without your father. So where did God fit in that before you came to YoungLife Camp?
Well, when I was younger, I went to church, but that soon ended after a while, after a couple of years. And when I heard about YoungLife, I got reintroduced to church, and now I go to church every week, every Sunday with Miss Michelle and my mentor Jesse, and he teaches me about God, and I learn a lot. So it's a really good experience for me.
So I have to share, when I saw him at church, I'm, dancing and everything, because as you see on the video, I'm always dancing. And I look around, and Jesse has 3 of the boys that he has been pouring into, and they are linked all the way in, hearing about the gospel. So let's just go back to the camp, because that's when you heard really about Jesus. What was it about YoungLife Camp that touched you?
Well, the activities that we did, the games, the speeches that I heard from our speaker, Mr. Beebe, he just taught me so much about God, and I fell into that, and now I'm just in love with the Lord now.
Amen.
I'm not even gonna shout, because it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Okay, so a little more lighthearted. What was your favorite thing about camp? We went to Windy Gap. What was your favorite thing about the Gap?
The games, the activities, the meeting new people and just experiencing a whole nother environment and being able to just have fun and be free.
And be free. Okay. What was your favorite activity at camp?
Favorite activity was when we had cabin time. That's when we went back to our cabin from after club and we talked about what we learned about Christ, and we were just able to express ourselves one by one and just really get the word of what was really said.
Now, I remember being by the blob, and I was taking pictures. You know, we're getting our pictures of all our kids. And how many times did you blob?
Too many to count.
So you're back from camp. What has life been like since returning back from Windy Gap and hanging out with Mr. Jesse?
It has just been great. Jesse is like an older brother to me. He loves me and he takes care of me. He sacrifices for me. And I learn about the Lord, and it's just really good.
Are you gonna cry, Jesse? Jesse Tripp is an early education student at UCF, and literally the boys have been at his house every weekend since camp. They just want to be there. We went to Southwind and they were mad. We were there for a little weekend. Why can't we come? You guys should be with us. And so it's been great. Jay, what have you learned about Jesus here in your life?
You're a good, good father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. Yeah.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay, and thank you, Jesse, for pouring into Jay, Jontavius, and Jaquan, and the other many young men that look up to you. Jay, how many kids have you told about Young Life at Jones?
Everybody.
I've literally told at least everybody that I know.
He has. I came to school and she said, you know, one of your kids, they've been telling everybody about Young Life. I mean, literally everybody at the football game. So please give it up for Jay and Jesse. Thank you so much. Right now, I would like to bring up our regional board chair, Rick Snyder.